Was a series of constables. These constables were paid by the fees they collected for infractions. Sound familiar? Mm-hmm. Okay, we've had some Department of Justice studies, and they've done some things with certain police departments where they had to correct them because they were using this system of ticketing to supplement the municipalities. That's how they were paying their bills. They're getting traffic tickets and speeding tickets and speed traps and profiling and that type of thing, and we've heard these things on the news. So what happened was the modern police organizations all share similar characteristics. Publicly supported and bureaucratic, police officers, full-time employees, not community volunteers. Departments are permanent, fixed rules and procedures, and police departments are accountable to a central government authority. Now in the South, police departments developed from a different root system. And the genesis of the modern police organization in the South is the slave patrol. And this is, I've got references here. If anybody wants, I'll send you copies of this article, and just Rejj Smooth, R-E-J-J Smooth at gmail.com. I'll be glad to send you this stuff. Slave patrols had three primary functions. 1. Chase down, apprehend, and return to their owners runaway slaves. 2. Provide a form of organized terror to deter slave revolts. And 3. To maintain a form of discipline for slave workers who were subject to summary justice outside the law if they violated any plantation rules. Following the Civil War, these vigilante-style organizations evolved into modern Southern police departments, primarily as a means of controlling freed slaves who were now laborers working in an agricultural caste system and enforcing Jim Crow segregation laws, designed to deny freed slaves equal rights and access to the political system. Okay. Key question is, what was it about the United States in the 1830s that necessitated the development of local, centralized, bureaucratic police forces? So you would think, well, cities are becoming more populated, there must be more crime, there must be more need to protect citizens, but there is no evidence of an actual crime wave. There's no evidence that any of that happened. Okay? So, it's two, and this is why the smooth money move will work, and why civil disobedience, protesting in the streets will not work, cannot work, must not work, because the system is designed to keep it from working. More than crime, modern police forces in the United States emerged as a response to quote-unquote disorder. Okay? What constitutes social and public order depends largely on who is defining those terms. In the cities of the 19th century America, they were defined by the mercantile interests who through taxes and political influence supported the development of bureaucratic policing institutions. Business people, merchants, that's who run the police department, through elected officials that organize and administrate the police departments. These economic interests had a greater interest in social control than crime control. Private and for-profit policing was too disorganized and too crime-specific in form to fulfill these needs. The emerging commercial elites, 1830s after the Civil War, okay, needed a mechanism to ensure a stable and orderly workforce, a stable and orderly environment for the conduct of business, and the maintenance of what they referred to as the collective good. These mercantile interests also wanted to divest themselves of the cost of protecting their own enterprises, transferring those costs from the private sector to the state.
Now I want to stress that, Rejj, you sound like an angry black man as you're reading that. You sound this close to being militant, and you need to be suppressed. No, the thing is, what a lot of people don't understand, now this is real talk, what a lot of people don't understand is, like, is it out of the question to think that the same country that tyrannically took the land from the Indians, the same country that tyrannically jailed Asian Americans right after Pearl Harbor, that used the on-television assassination terror tactic of shooting John F. Kennedy, would the same country be trying to keep black people suppressed? Come on, this is America. Why would America do that? Well,
inquiring minds want to know.
America has a problem with classes in its society. Americans seem to think that a certain wealth amount gives you the ability to shit on everyone under you. That's the bottom line in America. It's not a worldview. There's plenty of people who are wealthy in Japan who understand where they came from and they keep the wealth circulating.
In support of your statement, Americans are known for minimizing the intelligence of someone who speaks another language. You can be a doctor, come from India, and if you have a thick accent and don't speak English, they're going to assume that somehow you are less intelligent than they are.
Right.
And they will compensate for your lack of intelligence by speaking louder to you so that you can understand. Right. I want a hamburger. Do you?
Right, right. So tell us a little bit about the smooth money move. Let's talk about that.
Smooth money move will work because, okay, and people have said I'm playing into the hands of George Soros and people like this because I'm supporting Black Lives Matter. As I said in the previous show, the statement should have been Black Lives Matter too. Because that's all we're saying. You know, black people are being victimized at a public. It's clear to see that black people are being singled out and treated differently. So I'm asking, first of all, black people to support this movement. Because we have